Alderwoman Alderman.
Y'all pray with me. God, we just thank you for this time tonight. We thank you for our city. We thank you for our country and the 250 years you've blessed us. And we just ask that everything we do tonight, it would be glorify you and be the best for our city. Give us clarity and wisdom as we make our decisions. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Chapman. Present. Alderwoman Godfrey.
Present.
Alderwoman Sperry.
Here.
Alderwoman Jones.
Here.
Alderman Wilbanks.
Here.
Alderwoman Oliver.
Present.
Alderman Watts.
Here.
Attorney Josiah Burns. Here. And Presiding Mayor Will Purdie.
All right, thank you. We do have a couple of recognitions this evening. The first recognition will be a proclamation to proclaim July as Parks and Recreation Month. So I will read that proclamation now. There came on consideration of the duly constituted meeting of the mayor and members of the Board of Aldermen in the city of Clinton, Mississippi, held on the 7th day of July, 2026. The following proclamation. Whereas Parks and Recreation is an integral part of communities throughout this country, including the city of Clinton, and whereas Parks and Recreation promotes health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of the people who live near parks, and whereas Parks and Recreation promotes time spent in nature, which positively impacts mental health by increasing cognitive performance and well-being and alleviating illnesses such as depression, attention deficit disorders, and Alzheimer's. And whereas Parks and Recreation encourages physical activities by providing space for popular sports, hiking trails, swimming pools, and many other activities designed to promote active lifestyles. And whereas Parks and Recreation is a leading provider of healthy meals, nutrition services, and education. And whereas Parks and Recreation programming and education activities such as out-of-school time programming, youth sports, and environmental education are critical to childhood development. And whereas Parks and Recreation increases a community's economic prosperity through increased property values, expansion of the local tax base, increased tourism, the attraction and retention of businesses, and crime reduction. And whereas Parks and Recreation is fundamental to the environmental well-being of our community. And whereas Parks and Recreation is essential, adaptable infrastructure that makes our communities resilient in the face of natural disasters and climate change. And whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. And whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks and Recreation Month. And whereas the city of Clinton recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources, now therefore be it proclaimed, the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of July is recognized as Parks and Recreation Month in the city of Clinton, Mississippi. So, we have Ms. Nunn, our Parks and Recreation Director. Anything you'd like to add?
I'm gonna say, I don't know. No, I appreciate that Clinton is a huge supporter of Parks and Recreation. As I go around to different conferences and things like that, I can honestly say that we are one of the few cities that, I say few, that's terrible, but we are one of the cities that holds Parks and Recreation to a high standard, and we pour a lot into our Parks and Recreation, so that means a lot, and I feel like it's necessary and important for us to be a part of the national campaign for Parks and Recreation Month. So thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Courtney? We do have one other recognition this evening. As you know, we were at the MNL conference last week, and
We need a motion to adopt it.
excuse me, do I have a motion to adopt that proclamation?
Thank you for.
Second.
I have a motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. The other recognition we had this evening, as you know, we were at the MML conference last week, Mississippi Municipal League Conference, and one of the closing events of that conference is the MML Awards, which are a big deal. And the city of Clinton was fortunate enough to receive an award for our Living Young program through our therapeutic recreation division run by Ms. Chandra Fino. We received the Municipal Excellence Award in the Community Health Division. So I hope you will all join me in congratulating them. They do a fantastic job for our community. As you know, there's really nobody else in there like it's something we're immensely proud of. And congratulations to Chandra and her team. All right, we will now move into approval of the consent agenda. Do I have a motion or any discussion?
I need to recuse myself from 6A, but I'll move to approve 6B through X.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to approve 6A.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And our department head report was supposed to be Ms. Bondo tonight, but she is not feeling well, so we're going to give her the night off. She earned it with this award. So we will move right to discussion action items. We'll start with item 8A, which is a resolution granting 5-year exemption from ad valorem taxes to Gulf State Canners, Inc. for 2025 expansions. Mr. Bob, your chief clerk will lead us through this one.
Thank you, Mayor. As you know, about this time of year, each year, we come with a number of abatements for some of our industrial partners out in the industrial park. Typically, this is something we do each year for Gulf State Canners and for McNeely Plastic, the two of our larger employers in the city. They invest quite a bit in the area in the way of jobs and in infrastructure. And they asked for an abatement, and this is what we've put forth to you. The first one is a 5-year exemption for Gulf State Canners for the expansions for this past year. If I could get a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8B is a resolution granting an additional 5-year exemption from ad valorem taxes to Gulf State Canners, Inc. for 2021 expansions. Mr. Butler.
Like the former one, what we do on these is we do one, we're allowed to offer up to a 10-year exemption on these property taxes. The first one was for first 5 years. This second item is one that has already went through that 5-year process, and they're up for renewal for their second 5 years. So this is just a formality to complete their 10-year term.
Move to approve. Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8C is a resolution granting 5-year exemption from ad valorem taxes to McNeely Plastic Products, Inc. for the 2025 expansions.
Just like for Gulf State, this is for McNeely Plastics. This investment was for just over $2 million on that piece of property. If we could get this is for their first 5 years.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8D is a resolution granting an additional 5-year exemption from ad valorem taxes to McNeely Plastic Products, Inc. for the 2021 expansions. Mr. Butler.
Ditto, this is another one that has been through its first 5 years, and this is the final 5 years for these improvements.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8E is for the purchase of Toro Realmaster Model 3535D mower. Ms. Nunn, our Director of Parks and Rec, discuss this.
All right, so this is our Toro reel mower that we discussed in our budget meetings at the beginning of the year. This was the lowest and best estimate that we received. This will help us tremendously with cutting the fields at Traceway.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8F is for a revised subdivision plat. This is Horseshoe Bend in Ward 3. Mr. Edwards, our Director of Community Development, will discuss this.
Thank you, Mayor, Board, and Benny and Baker Kirkland are here along with Don McDonald. If there are any questions on it, this is the location of it. They have submitted a revised preliminary plat from what had been approved originally. This property is zoned R1. Of course, this is an approved use for this district. If approved, the plat will go from 320 lots down to 284 lots, losing 36 lots there. where the green line is. To the right of that is phase one. That is well underway now, just about complete. This is the original site plan, and this is your revised site plan that they're seeking tonight on there. The plan has been reviewed by the city's planning staff and appears to meet all the requirements for preliminary plats from the city zoning ordinance, as well as our subdivision regulations. The planning staff does recommend that no future construction north of the city of Clinton's water certificated area until there is an agreement with North Hines. This is the area that's changing in the red. They're removing that because of floodplains and wetlands issues on there. We don't have to mitigate as much if they remove those 36 lots there and just have the access just north of there. The phase two will be in the Clinton certificated area. That's all of that below the red line on there. They will submit construction drawings for phase two to begin. We have asked them between lot 61 and 62 to either put a cul-de-sac in as it goes into North Hines water certificated area on there until it can be completed. So there's an agreement made on it, or just leave the road off for the time being. The two houses on those lots can face the interior road. And that's pretty well it. Again, if there's any questions, they are here.
I do have a question more of walk me through the process, because I like the idea, I like the change. But I think it'd be good to get on the record when there's a wetlands issue, going back to revise it. How do you get to know that there's a wetlands issue, and then how does the mitigation process go through?
The engineers here that probably expect a lot better than I.
Thanks. I've known Roy for about, 30 years now. What we did, we hired a firm to come in and do a wetlands study for us. They brought it in, and when they showed our wetlands delineation limits, that's where myself and Bruce, Baker, and Benny all sat down and looked at how can we avoid these wetlands, because wetlands they're expensive now to mitigate. So in the best interest of the project and keep the cost down, we simply just remove those and revise the entire layout to lose 36 lots. It was going to be that much of a cost differential. The lots aren't cheap, but wetlands mitigation and dealing with municipalities and Corps, whoever we have to deal with, is worth it. It's just a headache, and it takes a long time.
Like I said, I'm all for the change. I just want public to hear kind of the process for it's not just willy-nilly and wetlands or paid attention.
No, we brought in a firm to come in, and they spent several weeks doing studies on it to determine the exact limits. And then they gave us that in AutoCAD, and we revised the whole layout to avoid those. And that's actually going to leave a lot of green space in there, which will be a real nice area.
Service retention too.
Mm-hmm.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8G, this is a conditional use permit for 117A Meadowwick Drive in Ward 4. Mr. Edwards, our Director of Community Development.
Thank you. Ecclesiastes Patton is here. Again, if there's any questions on it, he is seeking a conditional use to operate a short-term rental at this location. Get to it. Here's the aerial of it. You see it's a 5-unit building there. The building there that he has is to the right there, to the right of the green line. There, this property is zoned R4, which is our townhouse district, and short-term rentals can be approved as conditional use under section 1602D of our zoning regulations. This is a front view of all 5. This is his with our sign out front there. And to the left of the red line there, it says his unit on there. The applicant has met the requirements of the short-term rental regulations. The notice of public hearing was published, and notice was sent to owners and tenants within 500 feet is required by our ordinance on there, and he's seeking to make it a short-term rental. The planning commission has recommended approval as submitted.
Is this the comic house?
This is the
The
company.
one that,
And after, he was aware of having to seek approval, was it continued to be rented out as short term?
I don't know if it's been rented out. That's when he filled out the application and brought to us to go ahead and get it for. He knew he brought this before the board at a work session in order to get it changed to go into the other residential areas. And what he told me is he assumed that when that got approved, that it was done.
Yeah.
On there. But we did talk to him. He came in and did rent it out as a long-term rental because he had someone that's going to stay in there 6 months. He did do that. Other than that, he's compliant.
Has there been any complaints or anything from the neighbors?
We had the one complaint I think you see in your packet on there, and at the planning commission meeting, we did have one that doesn't just not want short-term rentals, but they don't want any rentals in the briars out there. But other than that, we did have people come in and support with short-term rental.
Make the motion to approve.
Second.
Yeah, I think that's, kind of saying my life or anything.
Yeah.
I think that we said before, and we've heard before from neighbors who did not want it, and so we've turned some down with that, but if the neighbors are okay and say that it fits their needs, and I still think that it is an okay thing to do, because that's exactly what the ordinance was set up for.
It's a clean, I think we brought, it was a very clean setup. It was nice, and it's great personality to the area. I mean, I didn't have a house like that.
If there's no further discussion, I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8H.
Okay, yes,
Conditional use for 400 Jefferson Street in Ward 1, Jefferson.
yes, Brandon Nixon is here representing Tim Parkman and the Old Town Venue. Our seeking conditional use type rated short-term rental here as well. This property is owned Old Town Clinton, and short-term rentals can be approved under section 2202G of our ordinance. That in the red is the house. It's a house to the left of Mimi's back here behind the venue. This is a house from the venue looking up at it. And over there pointing to it is to the left of Mimi's on there. The applicant has met the requirements of the short-term rental regulations. The notice of public hearing was published as required by our ordinance, as well as the notice sent to owners and tenants within 500 feet of the property. The public hearing was held before the planning commission, and they recommended approval as submitted.
Where do they park?
The parking lot is in Old Town Clinton, is street parking on there because of the lack of area to park, the venue, other places that do allow for parking off site where normally it's not.
Same question before, has there been any commentary or anything from neighbors? Neighbors are spectacular.
One did come in to speak in favor, Greg Gearhart did come in speaking in favor of it.
They took root.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8I is a resolution for untenant property located at 509 Wendell Drive, Ward 4. Joe?
Yes. Okay, the next 6 items I'll bring before you will be asking for a resolution to declare these properties in their present condition and state of uncleanliness to be a menace to the public health and safety of the community, and to direct the Director of Community Development to take such actions as is required by Section 211911 of the Mississippi Code. Notices were posted on all the property as well as the City Hall, and notices mailed to the owners as shown on the Hines County land roll. None of these properties are on the Secretary of State's forfeited property list. So this is the first one we have, is to clean up the property. We recognize this one. I think we had some people here from the neighbors before, where we can go ahead and just clean that lot up, keep it cut on there. And this is a vacant lot.
Would you remove all that stuff on the
Yes.
porch or stuff?
We'll take all that out, and probably that's holding the garage door open, so we can push it back in there and get the garage door shut.
Move to approve. Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, item 8J is being removed. Mr. Edwards has reported to me that issue has been ameliorated. That's correct. Mr. Edwards?
That is correct.
All right, so we'll move that. Item 8K, resolution for unkempt property located at 1104 Arlington Street in Ward 4. Edwards?
Yes, this is the condition of the lot today. On there, as you see it, it's overgrown there. The taxes are up to date, and the homestead exemption is claimed on this one. The property is vacant. And this is looking from a neighbor's yard over into the backyard of that one. See the overgrown.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8L is a resolution for unkempt property located at 1614 Twin Oaks. This is also for sure.
Okay, here's a look at Twin Oaks. And this is to remove an abandoned car and then do the lawn maintenance. Can't really see it. You'll see it on another picture I'll show you in a minute, but that brown across the top is not shingles, that's tarp on there. And then this is looking into the backyard from the neighbor. That's a pool there that's unkempt. We'll put some larvicide in it to help with the mosquitoes and things and get the rear yard cleaned up.
Somebody lived there?
No, ma'am, this is a vacant lot as well.
Is there
But there is a homestead, I'm sorry.
Is there anything else we can do about the roof or the pool?
The roof, the pool, we'll just continue to try to maintain as best we can on that. As far as the state statute, it's not going to let us improve any property if it's to the state that we can get in it and it needs to be demolished. We can do that.
That was gonna be my question.
Don't think
What's
it is.
how far along do we let it go before we take it down?
But the resolution asking you to approve would give us the opportunity to go ahead and demolish it if it's needed. The resolution is good for 2 years on there, so we'll continue to watch it, maintain it. Hopefully it'll sell prior to then. On there's a mortgage.
Natural, it's stale.
It's not, none of these are state owned. We haven't got any that are state owned for tonight on there at this time. The taxes are up to date. The mortgage company, property maintenance company did contact us finally. I talked to them yesterday, in fact, and they opened bids from HUD to go ahead and get the repairs done. So hopefully we'll see this one. And this one I will hold back on a little bit till we hear again from them, but not too long. We'll go ahead and do something about the pool and the yard. Of course, we'll have to add it to the tax roll at that time.
Is it completely fenced? I just worry about the nuisance with the pool and kids, but besides the mosquitoes, which is a
Right.
problem, but
Yes, I believe the backyard is fenced in and this needs to
can we
be.
put a lock on it? I don't know. I
We'll
just.
double check and see about that. He went to the neighbor to see it, and I know in one of these, he told me that there was not a gate leading out beside the building. Now, this may be that one, but he did take the pictures from the neighbor's yard.
I was just trying to secure it to what extent we could, I guess.
We'll do that.
So if HUD takes it over, did we get repaid for money that we've spent on this?
This is still on the tax bill just now.
All right, I think I still need a motion on this.
Move to approve.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8M is a resolution for unkempt property located at 109 Suzanne Cove. This is Ward 6.
And again, this is for the removal of inoperable vehicles. We've sent this one to environmental court. There were a no-show at court on the 17th, and a warrant has been issued for them. But the state statute does allow, and I talked to Josiah about verifying again. We did get an AG's opinion, or I did several years ago in another jurisdiction that says personal property does include vehicles on there, except for the ones that are confiscated by police or something along those lines. But for the cleanup for 21-19-11, that section, we can remove the vehicles. What we've done in the past is just whoever's on rotation, the police department, get them to move them off, and then them put it in their hands to make contact with the ones that own it.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, item 8N is my understanding that one's been brought into compliance as well, so we will remove that. Item 8O is a resolution for unkempt property located at 104 Elton Place in Ward 4.
And again, this is removal of inoperable vehicles. You see the two to the front there. That's the front end of that car is messed up, and this one's been on flaps. Gary's been working this one since December 25 on there, just not getting any response on there. The taxes are up to date, and the homestead exemption being claimed on this one. This one is occupied on there. I talked with the police department. I have pictures of the tags, and they had looked at the tags and recognized this location as a place that they've had trouble before. So would ask for the resolution to be approved, or we can go ahead and remove those two cars.
So let me understand, when we remove cars, when they're considered personal property, how are we reimbursed for that?
We'll put because the record service is not going to charge us. The only thing we can do is put a fine, just the fine, $1,500. That's the minimum.
And where do we take these?
We'll let them put it at their impound yard, and then it's up to them to contact, by state law, it's up to them to contact the owners, give them so many days to claim it, pay for record for the towing fees plus the storage fees.
Okay.
Again, before we move into these, I'm gonna get with Josiah just to make sure that that AG's opinion is still current, still right.
And it's just for general GW's knowledge. If they never retrieve that deal from the record, does the record get an opportunity to auction or sell it, or does the city receive anything from that, or it's just strictly?
That's up to them on there, just like the impound that they do. It's theirs to, after so long, after they've made everything in state law, does set forth the regulations for them on how they can do that.
But you're saying these cars have been sitting there since December?
It's in there for a while. Looks like Gary started working it in December. Put along.
Move to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 8P has been resolved as well, so that one will be removed. Item 8Q is a resolution for unkempt property located at 800 Meadowville in Ward 6.
Okay, and this one's a continuation. It's had a resolution on it before. The 2 years are up, and we've had different people come in and we've cut it a few times, thinking they were going to fix the house up, and they seem to abandon it on there. The current owner resides in Mesa, Arizona on there, and they've not done anything with it. The 24 and 25 taxes have not been paid on it, and it is vacant. And we're just asking to continue the resolution. We can start back cleaning that lot.
So it's reached the 2 years, so now it can be demoed, or?
I don't think that one is to a point of being demoed either on there. The 2 years, you're talking about with the taxes, not paying the taxes on there, 1 more year, I guess the 3rd year, they could, it's 3 years as far as auction, right? And then it can go on the state's forfeited tax rolls.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed?
Thank y'all.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Over. I have a few employment items tonight. Item 9A is approval to promote Austin Partridge to the rank of captain. This is from the fire department.
An email here?
Madam, so, do you have any questions?
I move to approve.
I'm just waiting on the question.
How long has he been with our
About 6
You can
years.
say to answer your questions, yes, we did.
About 6 years, he came to us from Bible. That's what,
You know, total years, how many years of experience he's got?
he's probably had 10,
Yeah.
10 years, yeah.
It's a good addition.
Yeah, so no, we like him.
Yeah.
He does a good job, so.
We have to move to approve the motion.
Yeah.
Second.
We have a motion second, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 9B is approval to hire Quentin Miles as the athletics field foreman in the Parks and Recreation Department. Can I get a motion on that?
They took.
What is athletics field foreman?
She's just,
Is that the one that, he'll oversee all of the fields now?
yes.
Because we currently don't have that, right?
You were on that crew.
Yeah, nice, okay. Move to approve.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, item 9C, this is approval for classification change of job for Natasha Vigiani, promotion to Director of Administration. And I do have a note on this. Philip went ahead and put this one on the board this evening because she's actually been doing this job, her old job, for a while. We're hiring her replacement tonight. The associated salary change with this is not in here because I'm finishing up things this week on some salary and budget issues. So I will bring the salary change associated with this to you at the next board meeting, but we want to go ahead and move the job classification so we can have a replacement.
They took. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 9D is that hire, that's approval to hire Maria Nethery as an administrative support assistant pending completion of the hiring process.
They took.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
So the first lady went from an administrative support assistant to director of administration.
I think those are the only two jobs in that line of command. My understanding is she's been trained by the previous director to take over that.
Okay.
I don't think there's anybody between those two positions.
So when the salary is being talked about, is that something that it will come before us before that's done?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'll bring that back to you to vote on next week.
Okay, so she's taking this job without knowing what she's getting paid.
She's been doing, yeah,
A long time already.
both of them.
Yeah, both positions.
I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah.
the new position, she's taking the job without knowing what she's making. Just make a comment, just wondering. If I take a job without knowing what I was making.
Do I have a motion on that?
Uh-huh. They took.
All right, then second, give me a second. I have a motion second. All those in favor?
All right.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 9E is approval to hire Jalen Nichols as a water operator pending completion of the hiring process.
Is this a certified water, wastewater?
This is somebody we're picking up internally, and he's going to get his certification, not
Okay.
currently certified, so we're not going to do a full adjustment until he gets his certification, but he will be getting certified.
Is this the second certified wastewater operator or
Well, this is not wastewater, this is potable
just
water,
water?
yeah.
Okay.
But, and Philip is the certified water operator.
Oh, okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Well, we have a motion second, all those in favor? All those opposed?
I just went to an M&L and they were saying we had to have one. I was going, I wonder who ours is. And need a backup, they
We
suggested.
do, well, we can go down a rabbit trail, that's
Yes.
a part of the budget issue, we've had quite the time attracting and retaining, we're so far behind the federal market in that it's, I mean, we're not even in the stratosphere of the market right now on those, so, that is something I'll be bringing to y'all shortly.
Okay.
Item 9F is approval to increase Max Weldon's salary due to promotion from maintenance worker 1 to maintenance worker 3. This is another one that I believe will be going for water operator certification. Is that correct, Brandon, if you remember? Okay, I thought we were sending him too. But he has taken on additional job duties over the course of his time here. And All those in favor?
Uh,
All those opposed? Motion carries. And then lastly is approval, item 9G is approval to hire Casey Allday as a maintenance worker one, pending completion of the hiring process.
Second.
All, motion second, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any other business come before the board tonight?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Uh,